There are so many ways to achieve the snakeskin design without using acrylic. And I'm going to show you guys how to actually take our new fall-winter collection and do something extraordinary. And what I mean by extraordinary is something different that no one has ever seen. You don't even have to do it on the natural nails. You could do it on top of acrylic. Let me show you how it's done with ease. What we've done is we have finished out our full set of acrylic nails. Now, my client has chosen the almond shape. What we want to be able to do to ensure that the gel polish is going to adhere really well to the acrylic is we have to file the surface and get it ready, basically prepped and ready for application. Let me show you guys how we're going to do this. First things first is I have to create a surface for the gel to bond to. So what I want to be able to do is you can use your medium arbor band or a medium grit hand file to prepare the surface of the acrylic so that the acrylic doesn't chip away from the edges or peel away from the surface. Notice I'm just quickly coming through, making sure that we have removed all of the shine, creating the perfect surface for the gel to bond to. Once we are finished removing shine from the surface, I'm going to come through, remove all of the dust. Remember, gel does not like a shiny or slick surface. Once we have prepped the acrylic nails and have gotten it ready for the application, I'm going to take Protein Bond and put it through the surface of the acrylic. This is going to create a double-sided sticky tape for the gel polish to bond to. All right. After I have applied the protein bond on the surface of the enhancement, whether it is acrylic or gel, I'm going to go directly into color. Remember, when you are applying it to the natural nail, you have to apply the base gel on top of the natural nail surface for the manicure to bond well. If it's on top of an enhancement, you can skip the base gel application. I'm going to take Gold 101, Red Orange 101, Slate 101, and Violet 102. And I'm going to use these colors through the center of the nail. Nice and thin. I'm going to do the same thing here. Nice and thin, all the way through. Do the same thing with the slate. And again, I don't have to make it perfect. All I want to be able to do is put a strip down the center. Once I've done this, I'm going to get it inside the UV light. And while this is curing, I'm going to be doing the same thing to the other hand. After you are done doing the same thing to the other hand, get it inside the light, go back with the same colors and put a really thin strip down the center of the same color just so that the color explodes. Once the color has set, again, rotate hands, come out. This time we are going to take black 101 and we're going to run a really thin strip down the side, just like that. This is going to cover up all the exposed nail. Down the side, down the side. All right. Again, I'm using a very light touch. Making sure I'm covering all of the exposed natural nail on both sides. Don't worry about making it perfect. All we want to be able to do is cover it up. All right, once we have done that, it is going to go inside the light, and we're going to repeat that same process on the opposing hand. We have now established our foundation color. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the manicure top, and I'm going to apply a really thin coat from cuticle to free edge. And get it inside the light. Once the top has cured, you are not going to remove anything from the surface. You're going to go back to your black, and this time we are going to apply a really thin layer over the surface, making sure that we could see all of the gold. Do the same thing throughout the whole entire nail. All right. Once I have applied black through the whole entire surface, I am now going to get my manicure top coat. I'm going to make sure that I apply enough on a surface where I can pick it up with ease. I'm going to take the back of my gel brush, and what we're going to do is we are going to apply dots while the black is wet through the surface. And again, trying to work rapidly do not take away anything from the effects of the nail. As you can see, the product is starting to separate, creating the dimension that we'd like. As you can see, the effects that we start to get. All right, get that inside the light. Okay. Once it comes out of the light, I'm going to go back over the surface with a thin layer of top, sealing the design on top of the acrylic. And going back inside the light. Once the manicure top has cured, I'm going to use the manicure cleanse to remove the dispersion layer from the surface. And as you can see, I'm going to come through with a little bit of oil. Go ahead and condition these out. As you can see, the effects that we get. Just another way that you will be able to upcharge for your services.